So today we're going to review the SK Hugo SKS. And the 40. Empty, nothing. You cannot run and you just can't hide. And there is no one to welcome you inside. Your friends see you and they are doing and even if you feel you can take it by it, not see the fire and the make a man. Very nice. Can't get oh, be careful. Clean it. Whatever. And even if you feel you cannot see myself, I'm taking you from running where you are a fugitive. Not seeing the fire. I'm telling you, can't take the band that out because it cooks too long. The maggots. It's too long. But I cannot stand the fire and miss a man. Oh, yes, a man does pop off the steel. 9 months when you feel, yes, that you feel you want to be. No little man don't look to the by the weapon. The same little man when he shot by the weapon. No little man don't have to see them for that one. Well done to that man and to him fire burn. Not stand the fire and miss a man. I'm telling you, not stand the fire and miss a man. Not stand the fire and miss a man. Not stand the fire and miss a man. Yes. Your every move is take us from on. Taking a life, that's why you miss a one. What's going on? You know, comfort to feel like you're a son. But if I were like you, I would have wished you never born. Not seeing the fire and miss a man. Not seeing the fire and miss a man. Oh, what I know so. Back on track. But this day today was this is what we did today. I did get a few just rapid fire moments. You know how we have to do just you know. I actually rapid fired at the hip, and that's what happened. I try to see what is worth. You know, and there's nothing wrong with seeing what is worth. But I got did a good deal. You know, yeah, basically took his goddamn arm off. The tight group like this, that's what happens when you use the sights and you 20 yards with sights that's going pretty far, like 100 yards plus. So I had to look below the sights, and then that's when this happened. When I look below the sights when I look below the optic, because I have sights, but the optic is way above my sights, and I'm shooting at 20 yards. You have to compensate. So if you are looking at through the optic as if they were sights, then you have to compensate, and that's what happened. You know, obviously I knew what the hell I was doing, but yeah, then I'm sitting here like, dude, I gotta sit here and compromise, knowing how many inches above the barrel it is from the jump. And this is it's common sense tactics to me. This is a okay, 4 inches above, a little less than 4 inches above the sight picture at 50 yards, and knowing that my sights are set from 100 yard stand all the way to what? Freaking 1,000 yards. This joint is set to 1,000 yards because there's a rocket RPG on it. Rocket launcher, whatever the hell that is. But so the sights are actually set at 1,000 yards. But and beyond that, it's accurate to about 400 yards. Um, you know what you're doing. Uh, Even further than that, but that's just most accurate for somebody like me that knows what they're doing. 400 yards. Yeah, again, 400 yards. Again, pretty it's not hard. You know what you're doing. Sight technology. You think talking about some of that gun shit? And I got just 308 win. 308 win, man. 30 round. Good shit. Good old FMJ. bad boy heavy duty shit. Wow, yeah. Hell yeah. Fucking yes. Nice, nice. Vortex red that. You know what I'm saying? Very nice illumination on the bed, man. Even you can see. There we go. The illumination is insane. Yeah. That's just insane. You know what I'm saying? Vortex is kind of shitting out quality products right now. And I had to get at least one shit. At least I could do for 308, quote unquote budget AR. This is actually called a budget AR. $700. Rebate. $700. One of my liner rifles. Well, it weighs way less than this shit. God damn it. This shit is huge. This is huge. This is light. This is just as convenient and interchangeable as this, even though this is a later technology. You know, this is just more simple. I'm gonna use that word, but that is simple. Also, just has to be explained. And it's not as uniform. SKSs are not as uniform. But then, powerful. This is actually more powerful. Actually, more powerful. And let me do a demonstration. Let me do a demonstration. This is what my AR shoots. This is what that SK shoots. But it's not even like a discussion about what's the big difference. You see the big difference. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend on your shoulder. How much time you want to spend on your shoulder, going boom, boom, and motherfucking boom. Other than that, shit, that's my honesty about it. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it kicks. Kick is a kick. No lying and having a discussion about. And 308 does justice. This is a 308. This is a 762 by 39 by 51 NATO, and this is a 762 by 39. 762 by 51 and by 39. So you can see the big difference in, okay, the missile head may be similar. It might weigh around the same, the missile head, but it's a lot more powder in the 51. A lot of more power in the 51. So common sense to tell you velocity, more inertia, more stored power and charge. So this one about is always is no matter what is gonna go at least 22,000 feet per second. No matter what. And this one, 20,000 feet per second, no matter what. But if this is going 22 and it's bigger, no question why it does more damage. And this one usually does go at least 19, 1950, 1,950 feet per second, at least at all times, you know. So, but this one is just, it shows his ass at 22.
1,000 feet plus guaranteed per second. So, and it's bigger. So it's just a showing off as well. It has more quote unquote stopping power. Means you might can get back up. You get one of these motherfuckers. You might get back up, as they say in California. If you get hit by these, they hit you in the stomach. You get a California zip. You know, you get hit by a 308. This is what Martin Luther King got shot by. Any questions? That's the big difference. Martin Luther King couldn't even survive. And and this is another one. You know? And Lichnikov action. Then this is a Sega 12 Clone. Sega 12 Clone. Lynx 12. SDS import. And I've been putting right behind it. Right there. Gigantic slugs. Stopping cars with this. Stopping cars. As long as the magazine works, it's straight. It's not Corvax. 12 gauge. Slugs. You're moving it. This is the damage. Yep, you got buckshot and you got slugs. You see what the slug did. You got the buckshot. Just destroyed it almost the same exact way. Okay, we just spread it out a little bit more. But and I got my work gun. This is my service weapon. And I'm doing SPO work. Special police. Special police. Yep. My duty gun. Not a Glock, but it's damn well close to it. Is a looks like a Glock, don't it? But no, Glocks don't have this. It's a Ruger 9. A Ruger 9. Same size as a Glock. Just as accurate as a Glock. But it's not a Glock. So, Ruger 9. And these are the specs for these are the specs for this. Let me show you. This specific order. So you can have an idea what this one does. Me, the first time shooting it, so you know, pretty good, pretty good in my eyes. Two flyers, but other than that, boom, 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 boom. A mag dump, boom, 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 boom. This is a good mag dump, though. Obviously, it's a pretty good group. You know, I mean, it's pretty good for me. I'm not the best, and I need more. I literally need more time at the range. It's time versus money. That's all, you know. But other than that, yeah, pretty good. I had a pretty good range there, I would say. Pretty good range there, man. If I knew that I was gonna even get a lane, I would have bought this. Um, I didn't know. Only if I know. Only if I know. Well, and why do I look like a PUBG character? Well, I'm like a Call of Duty character. I'll ring your chest with the 308. Shooting the 308. Every time you move, your chest gonna vibrate. Rum, rum. You can't even hide the vibration of the explosive force. It's just your body just goes, whoo. You could be deaf and know somebody's shooting. That's one thing that reminds me that explosive power is so strong. You can be deaf and feel the shockwave of the concussive force is what it's called. You can feel the concussive force. Mm. But yeah, when it comes to range time, that's cost money. So yeah, I'm trying to go half on any friends that want to go to the range with me. That's all I can say. I mean, 25 a lane, 35 for extra person, plus the ammo. Target is. Eyes, if you need them, I got glasses. I don't need nothing of mine. Yep, East Coast. I'm over here in Maryland, a semi-red state. Semi, because it's illegal for me to have all my guns in Maryland. But you just got to go through a hell of bullshit just to get fucking all this shit. But but it's legal, and I got them. So I do security and special police as special police as a career. So it's part of my career to know the safety of what the hell I'm using. I'm not one of those guys who just I'm going to work and I just got a gun. I'm like the opposite. I know everything it is about what I do. Every every little detail that I can find out when it comes to security and police and special police and tactical advantages, situational awareness, all these things come into play. Now, one thing that doesn't come into play when it comes to um, being an armed citizen, all these things, safety. I took guns out of his hands because they weren't safe, and they were at the gun range. Imagine you taking a gun out of your friend's hands because he looks down the goddamn barrel of his gun and shoots the damn gun like an idiot. Just missed his head, but I just walked up to him and said, "You know what? You're done for the day." It- it- Never again is what I said. I just said never again, never again. And, like strict on it. I don't care if you're a relative or brother. Playing that gun. Me, I don't care if it's loaded, not loaded. You know, I'm strict on rules, all that. Never aim at anything that you don't intend to shoot under the 5 cardinal rules of firearm safety. Downrange only downrange, or or at low ready, or at low ready if already checked and it's unloaded, or at low ready if it's already checked and it's unloaded. Yes, low ready. See, it's messed up because they don't teach you that in the basic course, but in law enforcement, they teach us a second stage safety or low ready. This is low ready. Low ready means even if the gun did go off, I won't shoot myself and I won't shoot my friend. Even if the gun did go off, I won't shoot myself and I won't shoot my friend. The best thing I would do is have a bullet ricochet and then you go up and down. But low ready. You keep it low, you keep it ready. Finger trigger control is key. The finger has to be off the trigger at all times during low ready. The only time there's no only time that you take the finger and put it on the trigger at low ready, unless you were moving towards a position in which you were bringing it in. You know, you weren't bringing it in, then you shouldn't evolve it from low ready. You know, so, like if I'm room clearing, doing my special police work, it would come up. It would come up, but it only come up when I turn the corner, and I turn the corner so goddamn fast. Turn the corner so fast. I turn the corner like that. I'll be coming in the corner like that, and bring it out. So that's how I cleared these apartment buildings. I mean, cleared vacant units and storage rooms and all this madness. Uh, I will when I pay for that class, but that I am paying for that class and it's coming up soon. So perfect question. Perfect question. I am going to be teaching classes because I learned from Marines. My dad was in the Navy and he was a military police, so he taught me what he knew, and then I learned from the profession. And I use my knowledge to teach people who don't know anything about it, so they could get de-spooked of all this gun stuff and gun myths and all this stuff that people get all hyped up about because I didn't. One thing I learned was like my great grandfather. He was in World War II, and he never owned a pistol. He was in the rifle club. And he's a black man. I didn't know they did these things. As we say, an armed citizen is an armed citizen. Like you said, on the rifle, never owned a pistol. I'm like, what? It was like, yeah, I was a sharpshooter, and when I went to war, I was also a sharpshooter, and you know, it only went one way when you go overseas. When they sent him out overseas in Africa in World War II, he was one of those guys. So just found through the generations, family, you know, knowledge. Yeah, yes, sharpshooter. He was a sharpshooter. Great guy. He was 1,000 yards. Yep. If you're in a rifle club, that means that you're a member. You're a member of your local armed citizen brigade, quote unquote local militia. Because back in the day, imagine back in the day, if you were in a rifle club, quote unquote, could be considered a militia in the good sense that you're the citizens in the area that are armed and that are registered, and everybody knows them, and they actually, and he was close to the law enforcement and did security for a small time. And that's my great granddad doing security. That's just hilarious. Look at me, not doing anything else. Not do anything else. Mm-mm. But it turned out for the good, though. Pretty good, as you can see. Layout going on there. Outlook. Mm-mm. Guns and the American flag. Can't get no more American than that. And we get the best newspapers. Gonna save the paper when the Nationals win. And we gotta say, when the Nationals won, just a lot of great things going on now. Stay positive. Just got to stay positive. This is a very historic time. Right now, as we speak, it's a very historic time to do it. Hey, can you see me? Is everything all good? Yeah. Your every move if you say just no on. Taking a life, hustle you just a ball. Kicking up from post to feel like you're a son. But if I were like you, I would have been I'm feeling my own. It's just you. It's bigger than your fingertip. You know what I'm saying? Big as a fingertip. Knock your finger smooth off.
Only boss Sherman. I did the business. Say no say. Original man. Oh. Hey, green girls and Pasero. I want you make way for the bandolero. Cause if you don't do that, my friend, then you don't receive the lyrics and just like this all the time. Should I see me with the Colorado? When I'm up to you from Conero. When they are sitting up on the zero. No, I'm coming the Pelico. And Pelico go play that in the mirror. They will be the winner, makes it the believer because it's over and show zero. No say that's the tequila. That's when the answer is sweet chiquita. I tell her more or less that it's in the richer. I am the professor. Zero. You should never dislike. No, my name is Pincher. I'm the dog. Yeah. Hey, how are you make way for the bandolero? Because if you don't do that, my friend, then you don't receive on them lyrics such a like this whole. Pick a little tune from me and Joe. Make a little walk in the song. Tell them if we take it down, cause this is a go set show.
Yeah, I hope it don't cut me off. Yeah, I said I ain't got the rights to it.
Zero. Hey, green ones and for zero. Make way for the bandolero. Cause if you don't do that, my friend, then the number is zero. Cause in time they come no left like pistolero. Zero. You should never diss the champion. No.
My name is Pinches. I'm the damn good guy. Yep.
This is a riot. So my number motive to kill. Stop you killing one another. Blood in the fire. Let me somebody. Blood in the fire. Let me somebody. I'm feeling blood in the fire. Let me somebody. Oh, God, stand in the fire and let me somebody. You cannot run and you just can't hide. And there is no one to welcome you inside. Your friends see you and they all do it. And even if you feel you can get it by your fire and let me somebody. Watch me in the fire and somebody. Oh, be careful of the light that you hear. Think of the things that you hear. You cannot
That's how you do it. Wayne Indian. The power will be held back. This kid.
9 months in a agony, how can you feel? Being said them to kill you want to be so little man
For the month. So funny, man. Killing me. You be killing me.
Not stand in my arms. Not stand in my arms. Your every move is a Satan from all. Taking a life, that's why you're just a ball. Kicking up from post to feel like you're a storm. But if I were like you, I would not wish me never born. Not seeing the fire, never stop. Not seeing the fire, never stop.
Fucking trick hit. That hit be going in and out. I'll be like, what the hell? Everybody know about real dancing and then motherfucking trick hit. Like, you know a nigga done dance a little bit too much in his life. Just a little bit too much. Imagine doing 12 hours and then dancing. You lost your mind. Going to work on 12 hours, 16 hours, coming home. Like, what the fuck? I lost my mind. Dancing. Dancing. Yep, dancing. Dancing. Machine. Yes, I am a machine. Dancing. Machine. You funny as a You're just too funny. Like, who are you? Who are you? You just had to say machine. Oh. Oh. I love y'all, man. You're the best. You're the best. When I sell my t-shirts, I'm giving you a free one, man. I'm giving you a free one in your first purchase. Just with your purchase, man. You're cool. You're just cool, man. You're all right with me. All right with me. But, it's an AR on it. AR on it. I'm a done. I'm a done with this guy. My next daggone gun, I'm gonna get a golden gun. Next purchase a golden gun. I'm gonna feel like the knockouts and all the got daggone rich motherfuckers with golden 1911. I went from long guns to golden guns. And have anybody ever seen? Have you guys seen? I'm gonna put it in the. I'm putting it in the link. No, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna golden guns is the discussion now. It's gonna be. It may be a little bit long, but it's all good. What's his name? Gaddafi's golden gun. You wouldn't believe how much that's worth. When Gaddafi got killed by Obama, his golden gun. If you want to talk mobster stuff, let's get it. His golden gun. Revenge. the eyes of all gun collectors in the world, legal and illegal. And it's legally kept. That's why we revere it now, because it's remarkable. Listen to me, it's remarkable. It's remarkable. Insane. For Gaddafi's guns. The death of Gaddafi.
This footage, broadcast for the first time, shows more clearly than ever the Colonel's final moments. You can see him pleading for his life.
Beats, I made beats in a minute, so I ain't really got nothing out now, but I did make beats.
I was there as they passed it among themselves.
I did make the beats, I don't make them now.
A symbol not only of their victory, but of their dreams.
They're on my hard drive. I have a hard drive. It's on my hard drive. You can buy them, but on my hard drive, in the hard drive is literally taken out of a laptop. It's just a
backed by their own militias,
ejected hard drive from a hard drive of the laptop that I used to have. They just pulled that out because I couldn't do
the ultimate war,
the laptop.
It's the symbol of a transfer of power in the new Libya.
But
today we've got a whole bunch of different groups.
I can make you a beat.
So
I just need soap. I can make it, right? Yeah. 10 seconds.
Perhaps the fate of the golden gun can tell us something about what happened to Libya. This is Misrata, home to the fighters who caught Gaddafi. Today, it's a semi-independent city-state.
This symbol, an iconic symbol of the ancient time.
They've taken control of the neighboring
is an iconic symbol of the ancient time. It has been a symbol of the Ashashin for thousands of years.
في الأجانب لما نتكلم عن الدول العربية تأخذ في المرتبة الأولى يعني طبعا والسوريين.
You've seen Assassin's Creed? Do I gotta explain it? You've seen Assassin's Creed?
Are you seeing
these guys with swords going, whoa,
she said.
thousands of years ago, the Knights Templars, oh my goodness. You want to start talking about that now? I'm listening to Gaddafi's Golden Gun, how they captured Gaddafi. But world leaders of the Middle East that he got captured by other Islamic French. But anyway, yes, Gaddafi had a golden gun, like all the cartel guys that get their guns engraved in gold and completely in gold. But he got his gun, supposedly Gaddafi's son bought him the gun as a commemorative gift. Gaddafi, yes, the what king of that area or whatever you want to call it at that time before our guys and well Middle East plus us killed him and then put it on video and then they literally took his gun and started dancing in the streets. Yes, that's exactly how they do. Yes. You said Obama or Hillary? Hillary ain't got enough money. Hillary ain't got enough money. Say now, I'm just talking shit. I can't say Hillary ain't got enough money. But she do got enough money to she done did a lot down there. She done did a lot of things and then tried to what do you call it? Delete the dossier of what she had on her emails. And even though we knew that she was doing it, it's cool because when it comes to the State Department, they rank that as classified. Deleting it has no merit on the citizen because quote unquote we're not supposed to know that stuff. So you know, it's all man, who gives a shit? At that point, I'm like, only people who know are people in the military and people who deal with this shit. Like I could ask, I can make one phone call and have that discussion. You know, that's the funny thing about it. Like once you start knowing people who go out there for sanctions, once you know people who go out there for these sanctions, and then they put their videos on YouTube of their gunfights and tell you exactly where they at. Everybody doesn't go to war. Half the people who do go to war is just bullshit. They shooting at each other. Us, we're shooting at each other. We're friendly fire. That's the common thing in the military that we fail to talk about. One, two. Um, there's a lot more people who die in the Navy that I didn't know because ships get taken over by Somali pirates that know what they're doing. That when we don't know what they're doing, when we don't know what we're doing, and we go out there, what do you think happens? A whole ship gets captured, and we got nuclear arsenal. Here we go. And then they made the movie what? The Pirates of Somalia. So they made the movie specifically for that reason because they knew once they started putting the propaganda on YouTube, they had to create a Hollywood version of it also. It was a lot realistic. I can't lie. I know because people who come from these countries come over here and they get regular jobs. And they could be working at your 7-Eleven and gas station. And just letting you know. So you better beware, America. They could be oil tycoons on 15 gas stations. You can't do nothing about it. We can't do nothing about it. 15 gas stations. Multi-conglomerate. Oil tycoon. We were infiltrated. Man, even Trump is in the oil business. Even Trump was in the oil business before he came president. So you could kind of understand how the world works when you think of it. Everything, the United States is the biggest business on the planet Earth. Actually, country is like a business, like a LLC, but it's a claim. It's the biggest business in the United States. So it's .gov, but you know, it's still business. We sell guns. We corporation. United States corporation. Thank you. United States is technically a corporation when it comes to your taxes and all these things that you have to abide by. You're not considered a citizen to the paper state of America. We live in a paper state in which if you're paper man and your things are not correct inside of the census, they don't consider you a citizen. Period. Even in Maryland, the government is cracking down on anybody who doesn't have a valid ID, or you'll face legal penalties starting next year, January 1st. No matter what. No matter what. You're not getting options. They already sent it to you in your mail. Yes. Real ID. They say real ID, quote unquote, means an updated ID. And the updated ID has an, a transparent signature with an insignia on it with a star. If that star is transparent with the specific visual that they can check, because they have a lighting system that they can check for. If it don't match the lighting system when they check with the ID to make sure it's not fake or whatever, with the star in the corner, and it says the word star in the corner on the mail, because I just got another one saying we're just telling you again, just in case you ain't got one. I could show you. I could show you real quick. Yeah. If you don't get that star in the corner, you're not considered a citizen. And yeah, and walking up to me, oh, they can deport you. Deport me where? They're gonna deport me. I'm not Mexican. But if you don't have that star, then Yeah. I lose my shit so much I get a new one every year, so it don't even matter for me. But I have a star, and you're a citizen. Like what the hell? That shit is crazy. And you're a citizen. It's like a social credit system. If you don't have the star, you're not a citizen. What? What? Have to renew your ID, no matter what. No matter what. You. But but overall, yeah, man, I had a pretty good ride for it, man. It was incredible. It was incredible. It was just amazing. And yeah, right. Range time this morning about 65, 75 range. Release for release like 40 rounds, at least 40 rounds. But that's shot more than 40. And recommend. Oh, I could tell you. Oh, perfect. Yeah. Home defense. Of course, shotgun and yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Shotgun and get a semi-automatic shotgun. Period. Semi-automatic. No matter what, you get one for $300. You get one for $300. Local arms deal. FFL. Semi-automatic. Yeah, semi. Do you have any? I gotta. My first two were used. My first two were used. But yes, semi-automatic shotgun, which means every time you pull the trigger, it will dispense a shell. And you keep pulling it, and you can keep like boom, 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 boom. As fast as you can pull the trigger, as fast as it will shoot, and it can be used. Used is a lot cheaper, and usually just as it's just as reliable. It's just as reliable, and just as good, just as good quality. You're not buying something used because it has less quality. You're buying something used because somebody figured it out. Maybe they just don't want it anymore. You could actually look at it and you can go over it with your FFL dealer, and he'll actually show it to you. Just ask him, can he guide you through the specs of the specific guns you want? But specifically in that order. Basically, yeah. Most people break things in, get more money on a job or something, and then, like me, I sold plenty guns back to the dealers that I bought guns to, or things I already had from a dealer I got in the state somewhere else, and I sold it back to them for half the price. But I just needed the money, and then I bought something else. That's usually what I do. When I sell something, I buy something. That's usually what I do. Sell a rifle, I'm probably gonna buy a pistol, But up here, you can do two things. You can sell it flat out to the gun shop, or you can put it on display for as much as somebody will buy. You can set a price on it and wait for somebody to pay that price. I could put 300 on. This is how much I want somebody to buy my gun for, and wait until somebody pays that much amount and put it on display for as a used gun. And I could walk in there and it could be there $300. I could buy the gun back if I want, But that's one good thing that we have in Maryland at the specific gun range that I go to, and so quote unquote gun shop. They do both gun range, gun shop, buy ammo, things. Super chats, super chat. top secret range. Only top secret ranges are like PSTA, and that's not even top secret. That's just a law enforcement range specifically only for law enforcement, and I would have to get appointments if I want to go. And that's enough. But top secret, hey, Virginia. And super chat for the day. Super chat. Super chat for the day. I'm listening to somebody called Jesse Lee Peterson. I don't believe everything he says, but he's one of the guys who inspired me to make videos. Amazing. Jesse Lee Peterson. You got that right. Amazing. That's amazing. There you go. He helped me get a job and get the fuck off my ass and change my situation. So if that's a positive thing, I kept going. He's got me going, all right. Of course. If it's about getting a job or owning your own business and buying land, you can teach me that. I'm gonna keep listening to you. I'm sorry. If you're gonna teach me to buy land, actually looking up land. As like I literally actually started looking things up that cost less than real estate. Land is less than real estate. A little bit different. Buying land is a little bit different. You buy land by the plot. You buy real estate by the property. I was looking at buying land in Virginia. The land was 3 acres. 3 acres for $500 and something dollars. $500 and something dollars for 3 acres. For 3 acres. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? Yeah, I looked at it. I looked at the whole property. The only difference is when it comes to buying land, the land has to be treated. Treating the land is your extra bill. That's the only difference. But when you treat the land, that's your extra bill. Instead of a house, you treat the land. You either knock the trees down and build an orchard or something. Build you growing this crop or growing that crop. Knock all the trees down that way and grow your crop. Which is what I was gonna do. Is I was gonna out of 3 acres. See how much space I had, even if I had to knock anything down, because I would love to have 3 acres and then my house be in the middle. My house being the proximity of the ends. So if my house is in the ends of the 3 acres, I don't have to necessarily knock no trees down if the trees are not hovering above my house. I don't have to worry about nothing coming down over my house or a fire. I could easily maintain all that. Other than that, I'm good. I want you to take 5 minutes getting to my house. I want you to have to drive up. I may have to pluck your ass from motherfucking a mile away. Shit. I don't know who's coming on my lane. You know. Exactly. Just and one thing I learned, which the African told me, is which they do in America. They come over and do it in America. They buy the land, then they build the house. So the only bill they pay is electricity. So they do it here too. They already got houses there that they built from hand, from fingers. Then they come over here and get masons to build their house. And then the only bill, there's no such thing as mortgage. There's no such thing as rent. It's your physical property. You literally built the bricks. Can't nobody physically take it away from you, or it'll be internationally illegal. You literally seizing a private property. Is going to be the estate to your last name at that point. Anybody who touches your physical property with the estate to your last name, they're fighting the Supreme Court. That goes directly to the Supreme Court. It's no discussion at that point. You're not differentiating between if this is mine, so the states, none of that. And it's not the states at that point. A compound, just like Hickok 45 said, welcome to the compound. He knows what he's doing. He's an intelligent individual and a bright human being. So he's another one of the guys that helped me along the road to ultimate intelligence. It's been many days where I had to watch specific reviews on SKs, and I had no idea that you could take a SK that took 10 rounds, pop the fixed magazine out, and in seconds install the magazine, just knowing what you're doing when you put it back together. Within seconds, not even 1 minute. I did that rushing on my way to work. Like that it just made my heart just have butterflies, because I realized it's 100% science, 100% mathematics, and then it's like destiny also. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. My yard guy, my dog, huh? I don't say two left. 51 NATO. I'm ending this video because I'm about to start another video. Matter of fact, no, man. I'll go ahead and let this one play out. If it ends up being 2 minutes, that's fine, because you're fully engaged in this conversation. Usually, I never have somebody who's fully engaged, and people come in and then they leave. So, but this is what we're looking at.
In the baseball cap, who was hailed as a hero on the day, and Anwar, a local power broker who stored the colonel's body in a refrigerated meat locker. Our first lead is Nabil, the one showing the gun. Our search takes us.
That's the gun, 1911.
In his day job, he's a
Custom made.
But now he's joined a militia that's fighting against Islamic State.
Against ISIS.
So this is Nabil. This is Nabil. Okay.
The people who fought against ISIS killed Gaddafi. Gaddafi.
We head off to meet him. This is as far as we can safely go without an armed escort. Nabil.
Nabil. Mashallah.
That's you? And that's me.
Is that right?
For Nabil and his comrades, the fighting didn't end with the capture of Colonel Gaddafi. Islamic State is active in this area, carrying out attacks far beyond their base. The commander tells me, God willing, it will prevail.
God willing.
Where's the gun? Do you know? It's in Misrata. Who has it? The gun is here, somewhere. But he doesn't know who has it. In Misrata, in a finished building, people have gathered for a wake. Men are from search. They've managed to escape the harsh regime of Islamic State dictatorship, and what they found is actually something worse than that. Something. Are you free? The rebels saw the gun
Because when they are saw the guns of Gaddafi, the all the people take by my
Can we
six.
take our shoes off? Is that your PlayStation? You remember this?
Yes, I remember. Yes,
It was like you were the hero of the moment. Everyone was
Yes.
lifting you up. Why you?
because when they are saw the guns of Gaddafi, the all the people think I am killing him and I get shot at him.
The rebels saw the gun in Mohammed's hand, and so they thought he was the one who killed Gaddafi. But he wasn't. Amid the confusion, he'd simply found the pistol lying on the ground. Mohammed became the accidental hero of the revolution.
Mm.
Do you know what's happened to the gun now? Where is this gun? Can you get it?
Yes, I will call my dad, my father, because he's with him.
It's with him.
Yes.
He may have found the gun.
The
The family are wary of their trophy. There are still Gaddafi loyalists out there. Mohammed asked us to tell the world it wasn't he who killed Gaddafi.
Mm.
His face will forever be associated with that golden gun. His father wanted to remain off camera. So you have the gun with you now? Okay. Can I see it? Wow.
Habibi. You don't speak Arabic. Come on. Friend. Habibi.
Heavy.
It's a present from son of Gaddafi. Give.
Friend.
So this is basically a celebration of Colonel Gaddafi's rule. Extraordinary to see this thing. Starting a bright new future. Here we are, nearly 5 years down the line.
Habibi.
When you found this gun,
Yes,
Oh my
did you
God.
expect it to
Gaddafi.
turn out this way?
I am really sad about that. Because when I say the Libyan killing Libyan, it's really so bad.
Boy, he didn't give two shits about killing it.
To capture the golden
That was he killing. He ain't killing so bad. You ain't see one flinch on his face.
wild
Yeah, it's so bad.
today
So bad.
is a
So
symbol
bad.
of a
So bad.
revolution still unfinished. A revolution
Habibi.
fate may yet prove
Ah, you
decisive as
surprised
the world
me
is struggling
again.
against Islamic State.
Black Spring with Autumn. Okay, Autumn. I used to read the Quran, speak Arabic every day. Now there's no faint things and things that I remember. I know some. I know some. So I know some. I know some Amharic. I know some Amharic. Oh, tennis. I mean, just a little bit in Amharic. I mean, that shit. When I speak Talmud language, I know a little bit about reading the Hebrew times table. That's complicated to a certain aspect. Mm. No.
Seems like I've been wasted, eh? Been
Yep.
yes, always be the best. There's no life in the West. Oh, the East is the best. All the propaganda is great. Homes with African friends. Oh, I'm in the best. Living is a mess. And I'm believe the stress. Oh, no, we expose my weakness. It's all words of never yet be still penniless. But if all the time, my God bless. I love I'm journalist. Always I bring some princess. I live to rest. Yes, always be the best. There's no life in the West.
The East is the best. History passed down from generation to generation. From my soul, yeah, it's the best, yeah. The rest is the rest, the rest. I know the East is the best. I'm just to confess. Yeah.
Centralize, come as one. There's so many roads and so no one repent. You are not in hand. How too long we've been not got it. So much about the riches and the end. While some is you bring and love all you can. Easy up over and get to end. One day the light and it's take it from anyone. Oh, God, to rest. Yes, always. Yes, no living in the West. No, the East is the best. Love, propaganda, and spread. We have to confess. Living is a mess. And I'm right now, believe me in the stress. No, be like expose my weakness. You see, and it begins the humbleness. Words are good to say to you, we still penniless. But if you come back with time, master, God bless. I'm still needy and shelterless. Ethiopia, I'll bring some princess. Till I'm in the rest. Yes, always be the best. There's no life in the West. I know the East is the best. And the propaganda spread. Tongues when Africans face. But who the bats about the East? Everybody want a piece. Africa, Africa. But I have been. Nation, no, nobody see. Want to get walking over the nation street. Overhead, why they want to land? Everybody promise not to do I'm on the ladder. The city of Paris where the light come from. Oh, what a beauty, I stand behold. Oh, still I get to rest, yeah. Always be the best, there's no life in the West. I know the East is the best. All the propaganda and stress.
Only African fest.
I come as one.
Send your money for power. Fast cash pickup. Heart rate's 120, BP's 140 over 90. Hectic first day, but earning my nursing degree online gave me the flexibility to fit school into my life and prepare for situations like this.
On day one, Purdue University Global.
Oh God of my salvation, shine your light upon this generation. Almighty God, ruler of creation, wipe away our sins and all we have done wrong. He that loveth not, knowing not. For my God is love. He was that is, who will always be. Who ruler from the old time above. What is the children do? And this my brother is already right. Jesus Christ, I'm face to
Too late.
I go to mountain, I greet you with a song. I sing, oh God of my salvation. I know like a man, Almighty God, ruler of creation, who wash away your sins. For long time we be an example. Lord, you would never ever measure me. Well, as a lamb, I know we come to you. My questions, we will be on the higher God. Israelites, open your eyes. Now we see the light. It's time. So what that subject? Why you subject? I'm not dedicated. Yeah. Can I speak to P? Hey, yo. Everybody think it's cool. What? Right, and y'all thinking I'm very right in the night. Right, hey,
Keep open. Keep open. Burn smoke. That's of the bag. Um, Facts and might were on the same level, mainly because death was one thing we all had in common, which we knew that anyone could be possessed with the spirit of death. I don't the enemy became a norm. And we have infamous human beings who devour the lamb. And Louis the 13th. We got Captain Henry Morgan. We drink his drink. We go to the liquor store and drink his drink, and he slaughtered hundreds with the sword. In the name of old and secret procedure. The most foul devils of them all. Captain Kidd. These were amazing, incredible devils. Amazing, incredible devils. AKA war, not devils, but I guess you call warlords. These were the beginning of the eras of warlords. We created warlords. Yeah, even Captain Kidd was a warlord. What you say, Henry? This is who you said. Yes, that's what you said. You're right. We've been fighting these for thousands of years. It has never changed. And then you want to turn it to terrorism? Torture is torture. Death is death. Piracy is piracy. Things will never change. Ever. It just be transformed into a modern day version of what you thought it was. A lot of need for these things. The Barbarossa brothers. When we call them barbarians, this is where the word barbarian comes from. Barbarossa brothers. And we want to walk around talking about some European men with big arms are barbarians. It has nothing to do with what happened in real life.
That's right. Homeowners insurance. At Lemonade, we know you've got better things.
Hog tag. You hear me?
We'll even send the policy to your lender.
Lips taken off. Lips.
No phone.
Tongues taken out. Lips chopped off. Noses chopped off. Ears chopped off. Fingers. You just start playing with you. It's just a game at that point. It's fun. Eventually, it's like, let's just have fun with the human body. Like, like, come on. Yeah, niggas are cool. But it's interesting and intriguing. They're John, as we call him, John the Baptist. He wrote our Bible. And this nigga slaughtered hundreds. Amazing. I love it. I love it. John the Baptist. So John. Say no, I'm just but love history. History is amazing. You dig into the times and ends. Oh. Even women were slaughtering human beings. By ship. By ship, even women. But we know who he is. We know who he is. Women too. We have women pirates who slaughtered plenty of heads off, cut heads off, and mounted them. We have plenty of those. Sir Drake, the Dragula, the dragon. Sir Drake, Dragula the dragon. Sir Walter Malay. We just going in. You know. Quite informative, quite informative. you know, and it says when Queen Elizabeth died, his fortunes took a further turn for the worse. As a new Catholic king, James I surprised him of being involvement. Wow, this is amazing. 12 years within the death sentence hanging over him. God damn. They gave him a death sentence. That's amazing. Crown your man. Crown him. Sir, here is your crown. After the revolution. Smell of success. On one of these supply missions that Newport ships encountered a hurricane and was washed up on the Bermuda, one of the groups of the islands known as the Isle of Devils because of the what? Because of the treacherous Bering Reef. Oh, okay. Thinking that it's because somebody's it was of indigenous human beings. So Michael Guest. What is it? What a female though. So I was surprised it was females even in. See, here we go. We got one right there. And her name is. We got one right there. And her name is. Thug on the water. Thugeen. Speaking of which, the word thug came from a group of Middle Eastern pirates called the Thuggees. And they were pirates. But they convinced you to kill them so they can kill you. That was the big difference of them. They would try to rob you. If you kill them, they're martyrs. Even if they die, they go to heaven anyway in their belief. Kill me if you want to. I'm going to heaven anyway. We're going to rob you regardless. So, they believe that's stuck like them. Yeah. Going to the men. We got some gruesome men. I want to go back to. I want to go down to some of the most go hardest men that I've read in history. They got some. They got some gruesome men. Oh, Black man. Here we go. Black man. You dog. This is one of my main men. Like that. He taught me everything I need to know. As long as this bed stays say no. But seriously, yeah. Like it. Captain Kidd and Blackbeard are probably the most famous pirates of all time. The pirates who was most successful with a staggering total of 470 captured ships. 470 captured ships per human being. To his name. If I capture 470 ships, best believe it's going down. It's devilish song. Bloody revenge. Hoisting a British flag, the pirates made their way to Principal Portugal. They posted as Navy officers and were lavish. Dave took a bullet through his stomach and died in an agonizing death, firing his pistol as he took his last breath. Amazing. But you get the point. Amazing. Agonizing death. The modern day pirates. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Nothing. Musical Leicester.
I would have to do the more wine. But if it's not from east, I'm found to the west side. Up that jungle, I go Zimbabwe, Angola, give you loud. Say you a bad man fine. I don't know if you feel gone no time. Say them not to show me.
I'm a master teacher. I teach to those who listen.
Step on no better, step on no take a man, step for the worst. I go step for the better. Stepping up Great Britain, stepping up the river. Who the great school man, I step when the other. No make no mistake, and no step away, shut up, man, I step and so fine, shut up. You get fatter. It's not this and I go on speak more than fatter. When we say, I ask them, say you a bad man fine. I know the stop and if you want no time. Tell them address on me, but I'm a step with them. In no white so that get off your rent. Why you talk to me like this is on stage? Stop the time to link up and I move to it. Motions left behind the bed.
Yeah. Public. I have it waiting on me. Yeah. And then I'm fine. It is Sunday. Yeah, I'm off. I'm off every Sunday at work doing security, so I'm on here. Yep. What you say? Oh, your bud. 6 days a week. Yeah, so jazz and amen. We are so jazz. Damn. Ew. A lesson for the shotgun. We can do that. We can do that. I love this. It is hurt. But I love it though. Shotgun. Shotgun lesson. Always get you an option for your shotgun. You don't have to worry about making a widespread. Take care of it. Get your green dot. Slugs for home defense. Slugs for home defense. I'm telling you, if I you hit me with a regular shells, and they spread, and they keep moving. I've seen it from Africa, from black people in Africa. Shot with spreads, and they fighting physically. If I shoot you in the gut with a spread and you fighting me, that means the spread didn't work. I don't care if you die later. If I'm still able to fight, it doesn't have enough scalpel power to put you down. I need something that's going to take a chunk of meat out of your back. And you're going to not be conscious. Go ahead, go. I don't need you to go. I don't need you to be fighting me on drugs. You need Scarface. Scarface got shot how many times in the movie before he finally fell? Greenback. Shiny nose.
Nobody wicked them and show them who I am. Come and say them back and make them know we are God. And if them not the same, make them know we are. And if them not fine, we are back to do what? In a dance, and it's a soldier can't walk away in a army. The king can only be so them wow me, but God did me say, take it calmly. The one of me boy, them must follow me. Easy government, easy man. Let's go, yeah.
Heart rate's 120, BP's 140 over 90. Hectic first day, but earning my nursing degree online gave me the flexibility to fit school into my life. Prepare for situations like this.
On day one, Purdue University Global.
Hey you, where program wickedness? Open the ears and listen. It's this question. I'm neither fabulous. Listen. I've never seen nobody fight before. Does the man get murdered on your door?
Captain Morgan. Every time you drink that shit, think slaughter. Let me not do that. Let me not do that to you. But every time you think of Captain Morgan, think history. You're drinking history. Drinking a ruthless man. Love it, the dove. I've never seen a body before. You read tonight in a make your mouth spread. You with the shake your mirror, dummy. You with the like if I can't man catch you at the wrong time and define the man Captain Morgan. Back in the I had a teacher who had a teacher whose grandfather had his head knocked off by a cannon. Where the cannon come from? Ships. These things are written in stone for a reason. Literally. By the way, I'm a Mason, so I'm written in stone. I'm proud to say that. I'm a proud Mason. Yeah. A fully constituted body. Constituted. Figure out what that means if you want. Like your constitution. Whatever that's worth. But nice to meet you. And them shot it till people start gone. Out and blood stain from the eye. Early Friday morning when you play silent. And they see a man's case that would be the lad. Yeah. You know, that is not what? Ain't no way. Stop. Stop. Just stop. You gotta thought that, man. You know, we would have been said something about that.
Why raise the name of the Most High? Sons of men. Rich man's wealth is in the sea. Yeah. Destruction of the poor is his poverty. Lord, destruction of your soul is vanity. Yeah, I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah, I wanna rule my destiny. Whoa, destiny. I'ma look from where you call me. Destiny. I'ma look from where you call me. Yeah, I wanna rule my destiny. Yeah. Who did my feet? I wanna rule my destiny. Oh, Lord, I've been blessed, I've been touched. I love just so much that He fighting me. I'm not giving hope. Parents, I am in my spiritual
Cup.
wisdom, understanding must never be too much. Give I protection, yeah.
Nice.
I'm walking that daylight.
Destiny.
Mama, look at when you call it. Destiny.
Look at what you go. I wanna rule my destiny. My dreams. I wanna rule my destiny.
Lord, you are the
You don't know nothing about that. You don't know nothing about that.
What do you got on my other
Tell us from what? Alcohol? Like mercy. Put around.
Kill me today, you cannot kill me tomorrow. Kill it.
Mercy. Love.
Judgment. I tell you no, he will do for you and never see it.
I guess that's good enough. Baby, sure. Are you ready for some man? You can shoot at 1 minute. We the only ones that know what the fuck that is. You can shoot at you can shoot sub minute. Shoot at 1 p.m. Oh, okay.
Rent cars cost more to insure. That's a fat lie. The fact is, the color of your car has no bearing on the rate of your premium. Car's age, make, model, engine size, and body type does. So what body type do I need to get a discount?
Get direct and get going.
Put up two. I put up this one. I put up this one.
Rent cars cost more to insure. That's a
This
fat
one.
lie. The fact is, the color of
SK.
your car has no bearing on the rate of your premium.
This one
But your car's
is a
age,
9mm.
make, model, engine
Yeah, I use
size,
at
and
my
body
job.
type does.
Yo,
Why
we
need to
came
get a
to
discount?
that.
Get direct and get going.
Just demolish that. This is it. The large. Like that. Just boom, 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 boom. That's dumb fire. Okay. West. Talking about Apache. Line up the cowboy. 9mm at 1 p.m. 1 minute. So you're shooting sub minute, right? Okay, sub minute of that. Okay, 1 p.m. You just say 9 p.m. at 1. 9mm at 1 p.m. p.m. That's G, yo. That's my shit. Oh my god. That's one of my favorite guns. At what distance? What is your group at what distance? What do you shoot at what distance? What is the size of your grouping? At what specific distance is the size? 5 feet. That's fine. Good. And then you can kill somebody that's close to you. My man. It's time. It's just time. It's just time. You gotta spend more time with it. You'll become familiar with how it works. Like it'll be like picking up your arm in the morning. Stretch. Actually go to my range guy for the sights. He fixes it. I take the wolf pen and then I take it home. So nobody's good with the sights. We all have to learn from somebody. They teach us, and then I was taught how to adjust my sights. Show you what you see. I'm ending this video, and I'm gonna start another one back up. I'm ending this video.